First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. It is better to be violent, if there is violence in our hearts, than to put on the cloak of non-violence to cover impotence. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. There is a higher court than courts of justice, and that is the court of conscience. It supersedes all other courts. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. The greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. I suppose leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people. When I admire the wonders of a sunset or the beauty of the moon, my soul expands in the worship of the Creator. Man's nature is not essentially evil. Brute nature has been known to yield to the influence of love. You must never despair of human nature. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. We may stumble and fall but shall rise again. It should be enough if we did not run away from the battle. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. Anger is the enemy of non-violence, and pride is a monster that swallows it up. Morality is the basis of things, and truth is the substance of all morality. As human beings, our greatness lies not so much in being able to remake the world, that is the myth of the atomic age, as in being able to remake ourselves. A man who was completely innocent offered himself as a sacrifice for the good of others, including his enemies, and became the ransom of the world. It was a perfect act. Justice that love gives is a surrender. Justice that law gives is a punishment. Whatever you do may seem insignificant to you, but it is most important that you do it. All compromise is based on give and take, but there can be no give and take on fundamentals. Any compromise on mere fundamentals is a surrender. For it is all give and no take. What difference does it make to the dead, the orphans, and the homeless, whether the mad destruction is wrought under the name of totalitarianism or the holy name of liberty or democracy? If we are to teach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children. The moment there is suspicion about a person's motives, everything he does becomes tainted. A weak man is just by accident. A strong but non-violent man is unjust by accident. Man can never be a woman's equal in the spirit of selfless service with which nature has endowed her. Constant development is the law of life, and a man who always tries to maintain his dogmas in order to appear consistent drives himself into a false position. To deprive a man of his natural liberty and to deny to him the ordinary amenities of life is worse than starving the body. It is starvation of the soul, the dweller in the body. I have also seen children successfully surmounting the effects of an evil inheritance. That is due to purity being an inherent attribute of the soul. Man is supposed to be the maker of his destiny. It is only partly true. He can make his destiny only in so far as he is allowed by the great power. I do not want to foresee the future. I am concerned with taking care of the present. God has given me no control over the moment following. Nonviolence is not a garment to be put on and off at will. Its seat is in the heart, and it must be an inseparable part of our being. I look only to the good qualities of man. Not being faultless myself, I won't presume to probe into the faults of others. Just as a man would not cherish living in a body other than his own, so do nations not like to live under other nations, however noble and great the latter may be. My religion teaches me that whenever there is distress which one cannot remove, one must fast and pray. I know, to banish anger altogether from one's breast is a difficult task. It cannot be achieved through pure personal effort. It can be done only by God's grace. I do all the evil I can before I learn to shun it. Is it not enough to know the evil to shun it? If not, we should be sincere enough to admit that we love evil too well to give it up. It is any day better to stand erect with a broken and bandaged head than to crawl on one's belly, in order to be able to save one's head. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. What is true of the individual will be tomorrow true of the whole nation if individuals will but refuse to lose heart and hope. Man lives freely only by his readiness to die, if need be, at the hands of his brother, never by killing him. Let everyone try and find that as a result of daily prayer he adds something new to his life, something with which nothing can be compared.